Welcome back, Chooms. As you probably heard by now, Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2 has been announced. This comes during the most recent Anime Expo in LA, where we had the writer Bartosz Tribor with Lucy and David voice actors Amy Lowe and Zach Aguilar talk about behind the scenes stuff, you know, the usual, what made the season so great, what was the writing and so on. But then all of a sudden they came out and said that Edgerunners 2 is actually happening. Now, first off, this won't be a direct continuation of season 1 story, so we are getting a new crew. It's going to be set in Night City, of course, and it's going to have, as the previous one, 10 episodes. We also have the Edgerunners Twitter account posting the announcement saying this: when the world is blinded by spectacle, what extremes do you have to make your story matter? With the poster art by Ichigo Kano from Trigger. Now, animation will be done by Studio Trigger like before, which is not a surprise, being that Trigger did a phenomenal job with style and pacing that really fits the universe and sort of the vibe we can expect from a dystopian world of Cyberpunk. And Bartosz already came out with a statement: I'm super happy and proud to announce that Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2 is in production. I'm writing, producing and showrunning, so be prepared for sadness. Second entry into Edgerunners will be directed by Kai Ikarashi, who directed episode 6 of Edgerunners 1, and he's also from Trigger Studios, where he also came out with a message during the panel thanking the fans and what sort of to expect, like basically saying that they wanted to expand the universe and they're really happy that they're going to be doing that again with CD Projekt. But remember that the general rule is that there are no happy endings in Night City unless you are in Jig Jig Street, but that's a different story. So we finally know what the next anime project from CD Projekt will be, and it's really smart that they went under the Edgerunners umbrella, being that Edgerunner mentality in this universe is a perfect way to tell a story of people usually doing something way over their head and, you know, having to face the consequences of their actions. That's why the story of Lucy and David was so good, where you see characters change, evolve, and sort of give a really nice investigation into human mind, especially when you place them in a dystopian world of the dark future. Now, so far as expected, we don't have the full trailer, but there is a teaser showing some of the characters. I think it's fair to assume that the trailer will be coming later once we get closer to the release date, which is yet unknown, but I'm thinking that 2026 is when this will drop. In the teaser, they said that David is dead, which is a very, well, it's one of the ways to get into the next story, being that they reminded us again of what happened and sort of like give an idea of that, you know, Edgerunners 2 being even darker and being sort of even more bloody than Edgerunners 1. A lot of people asked about the next patch maybe being related to this. To be honest, I don't think it is, but since we did get an update after Edgerunners 1 came out, it's sort of safe to assume that they will do the same for this once this is out, because it's one of the best ways to get eyes back to the game, being that, well, the anime became extremely popular even for people who never played the game or knew anything about the universe, which ultimately resulted in a lot of people getting back into the game once that dropped. I know one of my friends saw the season and immediately got into the game for the first time to go after Smasher. It's honestly really smart writing when you think about it, because basically they show you who Smasher is in the anime and then basically they give you the ability to fight him in Cyberpunk 2077, so a lot of people went back and did it again. But in any case, I'm really happy that we are getting more, because they also said we will meet some familiar faces, but which ones? Well, it depends where the story exactly takes place, or well, what year, being that the first one was set sort of in like 2076. Now, what if this one is set after the events of 2077? We might even get a glimpse of what to expect in the sequel, maybe. Wouldn't be insane. Or it could be done in 2077, so you can actually have items in the update, you know, because they're probably going to do it, and because they want to have those items within the game itself, it would be kind of logical for it to be set maybe in 2077, so V can interact with those, you know, items, or well, that update. The poster itself does show some silhouettes that are most likely the characters, but as soon as the trailer drops, I will do a deep dive, or well, once the proper trailer drops. But it seems there is this kid, I guess, as a silhouette, and he does have a camera and probably, I don't know, something related to that, but whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be a very depressing story. So for now, this is what we know about it. I will report as more details roll out and we learn more about it. So if you want to stay updated with everything Cyberpunk related, consider subscribing and join our community on Twitter and Discord for more. Huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters, and I will see you chooms soon with a new video. Bye.